Hi there! In this video, I will show you a real quick way to make a hand-embroidered photo frame. This project can be worked in just a few hours and make a wonderful gift or a great frame for your favorite photo. This pattern is available for download from our Patreon account. The link is in the description. I have also provided the links to all the stitches used in this project and all the basic materials required too, so don't miss to check it. This pattern will fit an 8-inch frame or larger ones. It can hold a 4 by 4 inch photo. I have this photo which we had taken 20 years ago while living in Italy. We call her the accordion girl. She was with her father when they obliged for a photo, and it has been one of the most beautiful images we have from southern Italy. But it is too big. I will have to trim it down to fit my frame. So I measure and cut out the extra 2 inches on the sides. Now my photo fits. Next, I have to transfer the pattern to the fabric. I use a regular medium weight cotton fabric. Leave enough allowance outside the hoop at least 2 inches. You can pick a fabric of your choice, and the transfer method might differ based on the fabric you choose. Since mine is a medium weight fabric, I use the light box method to transfer the pattern. I use my light and layer the fabric and pattern over it. Then I trace the pattern using the Fricksian pen. The Fricksian pen is a heat erasable pen and can be erased easily with the application of heat after the stitching is done. It gives a very neat finish. You would want to trace the corners of the photo area too, so that you can place the photo in place after the stitching is done. Keep in mind that the pattern is very delicate, so the flower petals might be difficult for you to trace, especially if you're using a light box. So use dots or small circles for the petals of the flowers and the center. There are 5 petals, so use 5 dots. If your fabric is thick or dark, I suggest you use the carbon paper method, where you are tracing the pattern onto the fabric using a carbon sheet. Ensure to use a lighter carbon sheet over a darker fabric. I also recommend that you use light blue or yellow carbon sheet over white fabric to avoid dark smudges. Once the entire pattern is transferred, mount the fabric onto the hoop and keep it in the center carefully. Take your time to do this. Tighten the hoop and pull the fabric on the sides so that you can make it drum tight. I will place the photo once again to see how it looks like. For the vines, I will use the green and blue color. You can, of course, pick a color of your choice to coordinate with the photo you are using. Also, let me add one more thing. The pattern is such that you can work it on any side or all the sides. So go ahead and create your own versions. You can have it horizontally on the top and vertically on the bottom, or horizontally on the bottom and vertically on the sides. It's all up to you. Let's start stitching. I cut an arm's length of green thread. Pull out 2 strands of the thread, one at a time. Thread the needle with them and tie a knot at the longer end. Start working the stem stitch on the stems. Keep the stitches small and consistent. Work the stitch on the bottom pattern too. Don't miss to see how I end the stitch when I run out of thread and start again. I will meet you for the leaves. In the meanwhile, if you appreciate this project, leave me a like, a comment, and support me by sharing this video. It will cost you nothing, but will help me to grow. This is how the pattern looks now. It's coming out nice. Now let's do the leaves. Use 2 strands of the same green thread and fill it into your needle. If you haven't done the smaller stems leading to the leaves, you can do it now, either with a long single straight stitch or a couple of stem stitches. To work the leaves, use the satin stitch in a slanted manner to fill it up. The leaves, being tiny, won't take long to fill. Move from one leaf to the other until you finish all the tiny leaves in the pattern. Now that the greens are done, we can start to work on the blue petals. Pull out 2 strands of the blue thread and fill them into the needle. Knot the longer end of the thread. Make a French knot on each dot that represents a petal. Note that I'm making each knot with 3 wraps, so that the knot stands out a bit more. If you do not like the idea of 3 wraps, use 3 strands and make 2 wraps. That will work too. Go around each little flower, moving from one flower to the next. For the buds, use a single knot. At certain places, you might have to use 3. I like the idea of working forget-me-not flowers on the photo frames. Just the right kind of flowers if this is meant to be a gift for someone and you want to stick a picture of yourself with them. If you have liked this project so far, support me by becoming my patron. The link is in the description. Now that all the flower petals are done, one last finishing stitch will do it. All you need is 2 strands of yellow to work French knots in 2 wraps at the center of each flower. This tiny French knot will add just that bit of color that will bring everything together. That's it. The pattern around the frame is done. Next, we are going to work the tacks that will hold the photo down. To do that, I will place the photo in place. If required, you can temporarily stick the photo onto the fabric using a glue tack or a masking tape. I just place the photo and mark 2 dots across each corner, imagining a stitch that will hold down the photo. Once all the sides are marked, I use the 2 strands of any color and stitch a straight stitch between these dots twice. When all the corners are done, I slip in the corners of my photo. That's it. I can change the photo anytime. What do you think of this project? I will share more photo patterns with you in the coming months, so do not forget to subscribe to my free newsletter and get notified. I'm Sarah from Sarah's Hand Embroidery, and I like to make videos that make your hand embroidery journey easy and fun. You can follow my website for more projects. Thank you so much for watching.